Parabrahma, Param Jyoti, Param Vishnu, Param Shakti, Parameshwara. Sri 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 Himagirivasa Ishwaraya Namaha. Om Parabrahma, Param Jyoti, Param Vishnu, Param Shakti, Parameshwara. Sri 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 Himagirivasa Ishwaraya Namaha. Om Parabrahma, Param Jyoti, Param Vishnu, Param Shakti, Parameshwara. Sri 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 Himagirivasa Ishwaraya Namaha. Ishwaraya Namaha. Ishwaraya Namaha. Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashante Vakratunda Mahakaye Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurme Devo Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Shoka Vinasha Karanam Namami Vigneshwaram Pada Pankajam. Namami Vigneshwaram Pada Pankajam. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sabhaku Namaskaram. Today we continue our satsang with Pratyahara. Pratyahara can be practiced during sensory perceptions. This occurs when we witness sensory impressions, when we dwell in our perceptions, rather than react with likes and dislikes. It requires that we cease to project names, definitions unto our impressions and see sensory objects for what they are, which is a play of sensory energy. One way to understand this is not to focus upon objects themselves, but upon the sensory impressions like the sound, the colors that make them up. Another way is to look at the space between objects rather than at the objects themselves. Perhaps most significant is to meditate with one's eyes open while directing one's attention within. Pratyahara can employ internal objects for directing our attention away from external objects. Most important in these regards are mantra, and visualization that direct inward the energy of our senses, which is essentially sound and light. This way, we creatively use the energy of the senses on an inner level. This also helps I repeat, this also helps open up our inner sensory sources. The inner light and sound. Pratyahara follows from pranayama. In pranayama, we gather our breath and prana. In pratyahara, we take this concentrated prana and withdraw it from the field of the senses into the field of consciousness. We can visualize withdrawing our prana stage by stage. I repeat, we can visualize withdrawing of our prana stage by stage from our limbs, organs, and mind, resting it within the heart. Pratyahara is the main method for strengthening the mental immune system and its capacity to ward off all negative impressions, emotions, and thoughts. I repeat, to ward off all negative impressions, emotions, and thoughts. Pratyahara is perhaps the most important aspect of Ashtanga Yoga for psychological disturbance, because it restores the proper relationships between mind and the external world. It cuts off the reception of negativity, influence from the outside, and opens up the reception of positive influence. That positive influence is from within. The negative influence is from outside. It seals the mental field from negative energies so that healing can occur. Most of the sensory therapies of Ayurveda fall mainly in this category, such as we discussed in the right intake of impressions, the use of mantras, the sound, and the color. Having learnt about the importance of fifth limb of Ashtanga Yoga, Pratyahara, we now move to the next limb of yoga, that is dharana. Dharana is concentrating on or giving full attention. I repeat, dharana is concentrating or giving full attention. Dharana is the ability to give all our mental energy to the object under examination. To be very precise, the quality of our concentration in life will determine our state of mind. Attention is the central pillar that upholds our mind and character. and gives power to all that we do. The problem is we throw our attention away to the external world, seeking approval of our enjoyment. We are not taught to control our attention, but rather to make ourselves vulnerable to social conditioning through sex, entertainment, advertising of self, etc. Most psychological problems arise from lack of attention, in which we let some outside force or some subconscious influence rule us. We let others tell us who we are, what to do, or even what to think. I repeat, others let us know who we are, what to do, or even what to think. Dharana techniques consist of different methods to make the mind vyavasa atmika buddhi, single pointed determination. This is including concentration on particular objects. Some of these methods are the same as in pratyahara. In pratyahara, the goal is negative, to withdraw from sensory distraction, in which case the nature of the object itself is not important. In dharana, the goal is positive, to become focused on the particular object, in which the nature of the objects can be crucial. Hence, pratyahara leads to dharana. If pratyahara gathers the energy of the mind, then dharana focuses on it. I repeat, if pratyahara gathers the energy of the mind, dharana focuses it. Simple dharana methods involve gazing at various objects like a ghee lamp, on a candle, on a statue of a deity, or a picture of a god, or some object in nature like the sky, the ocean, a tree, a mountain, or a river stream. Internal dharana methods involving focusing on inner lights and sounds, or visualization of deities, mantras, and yantras. Dharana can be done on the elements, the chakras, or the gunas. A formless dharana can be done on various cosmic truths, like focus the mind on the impermanence of all things, or upon the unity of all existence. In psychological treatment, such attention developing techniques can be taught to patients to aid in mind control and development of memory. These includes simple techniques like concentration on an object or training the memory to hold a particular thought. Even it can be mathematics or learning English language, can be used in any way. They help train the mind to function objectively and remove it from the emotional subjectivity that clouds its functions. I repeat, train the mind to function objectively and remove it from the emotional subjectivity that clouds its functions. Dharana is the way in which the mind, manasa, is controlled, and the inner intelligence, that is buddhi, is awakened. Manasa is controlled and inner intelligence, buddhi, is awakened. The focused mind has the ability to establish goals, values, and the principles. It leads us to truth. Regaining control of the mind and being able to direct it at will is the key to all success. Regaining control of the mind and being able to direct it at will is the key to success. In the coming weeks, I have to elaborate dharana, dhyana, and little light I will throw on samadhi also. But by giving 1 week gap in between, the incoming Sunday is on 30th of March, and that happens to be a special day for all the Sanatan Dharmics, because it is the beginning of Chaitra Masam, where we call it Hindu New Year Day. For South India, in many states, in especially Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka, this particular day is celebrated as Ugadi Day, or Telugu New Year, or Kannada New Year, or Telangana New Year Day. This is a day in which we start our new Panchangam, go through various details of the future 365 days events that is waiting for us, how our life will be, how things will proceed in different spheres, from what will happen to the natural law, how it will act and react, that is talking about earthquakes, talking about cyclones, talking about the availability of the water resources, talking about the various other aspects of the natural things, what kind of crops will have its good yield and what kind of crops will not have a proper yield or it will have average yield, and how the total life of the world will proceed. That includes the Indian people. This is a traditional festival which from thousands of years we Indians were celebrating it. It is also the beginning of Navrat, and this is also how the people are worshipping on that day Adiparashakti, Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati. So that is why when it coming to 30th, we will explain you the new Panchangam, and also we will let you know that what will be the year ahead for different Rashis. All the 12 Rashis we will explain. My humble request is, this is being a festival day, we have to postpone for 1 week the regular satsang of what we are continuing Ashtanga Yoga. We will again get back in the month of April, somewhere around, I think it falls on 6th of April, that Sunday, then we will come back again. So friends, let's have a great time. Om Tat Sat. Manasa Vacha Karmana. ఈ శరీరం, ఈ ప్రాణం, ఈ బుద్ధి ఆలోచనలు నీకు సమర్పించుకుంటున్నా. నీవే సత్యము, నీవే ధర్మము, నీవే న్యాయము, నీవే జ్ఞానము, నీవే సర్వము. ఓం సహనావతు సహనౌ భునక్తు సహ వీర్యం కర్వావహై తేజస్వినావధీతమస్తు మా విద్విషావహై. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. లోకా సమస్త సుఖినో భవంతు. సర్వే భవంతు సుఖినః. సర్వే సంతు నిరామయ. సర్వే భద్రాని పశ్యంతు మా కశ్చిదా దుఃఖభాగ భవే. పూర్ణమదం పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణత పూర్ణముదచ్యతే పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి.